Okay, welcome back. We are ready. As you can see, I've got my material out here. I've got all my strips so you can see. So I've got, I used 5. This is t-shirt, pajama pants, and another shirt. And I had a little bit of black left over from the last one rug, so I'm going to use that. So now that we're done cutting, really almost the only thing that you need is one of your little tools, okay? So I'm going to start the center of this one with some black. And let me grab my scissors here. Cutting off that little piece on the end and making my little hole again by folding that material over and just making a small snip in the center. Okay. Like I said, so you would just have a little hole here. Okay. Don't cut too close to the top part because it'll come apart as you're doing it. Okay, now to get this started, I'll hold it up closer. So you just have your strip here. Okay, and I want to leave a little bit, and you'll see why in a minute. So I start right about there, and I'm just going to make a knot here. Okay, just make kind of a loose knot, not too tight. And right next to it, make another one. Pull that in through. Just make another kind of loose knot. You've got to be able to get in that knot later. That's why you don't want it tight, but you do want these close together. Okay, and we'll do another one. Here we go. And as you can see, that kind of made a little circle, and that's going to be the very center of your rug. Okay, and then remember I told you to leave a little bit left, and what you do there is you go through that, make a knot, but this time you do want it tight. Okay, that's going to be the center of your rug, and we'll snip that off here in a little bit. But that's how you get started. And you can do 3 or 5, 7. But what I noticed, one thing I learned, was that if you start that circle too big, it can get really big and you have this big empty circle in the middle of your rug. So you want to start off small. Now I just threaded this through my little tool. Okay. And I'm going to go back to one of these knots here. And I'm going to take that tool, I hope you can see this, and go through that knot. Just find a way through the knot. Okay. Pull your strip through. Okay. And there we go. And it's going to end up making a loop. Okay, we're getting her smaller and smaller now. Okay, so we have this little loop here. And you take your tool and go through the back of that loop. And pull through. Okay, and then you go to the next knot and you do the same thing. You find the hole, pull your strip through. Okay, until you just have a loop, a fairly small loop, and I use my finger as a guide. I just let it go around that until it's kind of tight. And then I take the tool and I pull it through. Okay. So there we go. And then you go to the next one and you make a loop. Same thing, I go around my finger, take the tool, go through the back, okay, and pull it through. They can be a little stinky about being pulled through. You have to work with it. And make sure that your loop really is no bigger than that. Can you see? No bigger than your finger. Otherwise, you're going to end up with these really loose loops that it does not make your rug look nice. So pull it through. Make sure it's just about the size of your finger. Go through the back and pull your strip through. Okay, until you just have a small loop, not too big. Okay, and then you just go on to the next one. So we've got a hole there. And actually getting this part is the most difficult part of the whole rug. So don't get too frustrated. Around the finger, through the back, and pull your strip through. And pull it enough that it's not too big. You really just want a small hole like that when you're done. Okay. So just keep going around about 3 or 4 times. I'm going to do that and then I will be right back.